We're here in Mountain Grove, Missouri, where these middle schoolers have a unique opportunity to learn about 4-H and agriculture inside the classroom. So today we're going to learn alongside these youngsters about the Mountain Grove 4-H Club. So Ramona, you have been at the Mountain Grove Middle School for 19 years. What first led you into education though?
Well, I grew up in 4-H and I had an awesome 4-H leader named Kathy Smith, and she encouraged me to go on and be a better person, and she always said you can always learn one more thing. So I wanted to go into education. I got sidetracked and milked cows and worked at the shoe factory a few years, but I finally got back to college and finished my degree. And then naturally, being off the farm and loving kids, I wanted to, and being in 4-H all my life, I wanted to pursue that and give some new kids the opportunity, new students, to be in 4-H. So,
well, it's a unique opportunity for any middle school to have an ag class, let alone to be incorporating 4-H curriculum. So talk about those beginning years. How did you cultivate the atmosphere that you wanted each of the kids to have in your classroom?
I just started with the basics on animal science and the 4-H motto, to make the best better, and I combined the ag side of it and the 4-H side of it, and students started seeing how successful you could be, or how much fun it was, or you got to do different projects or show at the fair or take trips or whatever.
So today we are in your junior high class. Take me through your day, because you are teaching lots of different subjects within agriculture and you're seeing lots of different ages. So let's first of all talk about the classroom before we talk about the club.
Okay, I do 7th and 8th grade in class, and I start out my morning with conservation and wildlife this semester. We're getting ready to start Hunter Ed.
And we graded antlers
and
today?
we scored antlers today. Yes. We talk about watersheds, water quality, Missouri fish and wildlife. Second hour I do Missouri Ag this semester, and that encompasses all things Missouri agriculture.
And you sent your kids to the next class high on sugar today.
Yes.
What were they learning with the fun of
We were doing genetics today with M&M's Genetics Lab is what I call it. I don't know that I created it, but I picked up on some different ideas from professors and teachers long ago, and we used the black and red M&Ms, or the brown and red M&Ms, to represent different color of cattle or different color coat. We also added polled and horned on that. And then I also do an urban ag. It's a wide variety of day.
You are teaching kids about agriculture that potentially have no experience with it, because some of these kids are in your 4-H and some aren't. So what does it mean to be able to kind of mold those minds to truly understand the value of agriculture, and maybe it's not their future, but understand the food supply?
I feel these kids need this more than ever now. They need to know where their food supply comes from, how it gets literally from farm to plate, and that everyone's a consumer. Everyone may not be a production agriculture, but everyone is a consumer of ag products. So that's been my emphasis lately. Kind of the demographics of kids are changing, and we're going less and less production kids, and so that's my emphasis lately, is to have everyone understand where agriculture, or that they're all involved in agriculture, no matter if they live on a farm or not.
Peyton, I want to know why you're involved in 4-H.
I've been involved in 4-H since about 2nd grade. I have livestock at home, and to be able to show my livestock, I had to be in 4-H.
And FFA, of course.
Yes, FFA too.
So, throughout your junior high classes, you were able to incorporate 4-H into a lot of the classes you were taking. So what did it mean to you to be able to learn in the classroom and take it back to your project? So what have you learned the most? What have you had the most fun with?
I think the most fun I've had while being in the classroom would be the M&M lab we just did, because we had to figure out how different matings would come up with different colors and the genes, and that really helped me at home whenever deciding which rams to breed with my ewes.
You know, you are in junior high, heading off to high school soon, and potentially college. So how do you see everything that you've learned through 4-H and in the classroom? How can you apply that to your future?
I can take that on and potentially show and teach others about what it is, and I can help others do and accomplish what they want to do with it and still keep agriculture inclined in it.
So you are able to take these lessons in 4-H, learning them in the classroom and applying them elsewhere. What do you enjoy the most about that opportunity? Because it's unique.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's nice to learn about it and to know, like, going into my future, I want to go into more agriculture. But it's also just nice to have all these opportunities that some other people may not have. And then one day I may be able to teach them to someone else that never had to.
So you have a unique opportunity, you and your fellow students, to be able to learn these agricultural concepts based on 4-H curriculum in that classroom. So I want to learn about your teacher. What do you love about this opportunity and Mrs. Andrews?
I love this opportunity to learn about 4-H in school and Miss Andrews because she's so good at explaining it, and it's so fun to learn about, like, just how farmers and everything works, because, like, a lot of people in our world now aren't educated about farming and anything, and it's just, she's so good at teaching, and she's really fun. She makes it, like, not boring at all.
I can tell we had a lot of fun today, for sure.
And I tell them, you know, my expertise is in livestock and dairy and horses and all that. That's what I grew. But they don't have to do, they can do any project that, pretty much anything we can think up, we can fit in there.
I can hear the passion in your voice, and I know that you could brag on your kids all day long. But tell me your why. You know, at the end of the day, when the kids are graduating high school, they've checked off the 19 years and moving on, what do you want them to walk away from your program accomplishing or being proud of?
I want them to be a more rounded, responsible individual. I want them to walk away with work ethic, critical thinking skills, responsibility, all their soft skills that they're going to need, communication skills. I want them to be a person that can go out in the community, be responsible, go to college or a trade school, or just get a job and be a responsible person and contribute to society. And that makes me so proud. I take these guys, some of them I have from 5th grade to 12th grade.
Wow.
5th grade to 12th grade, and I'm so proud of them.
And you have a big impact on their life, for sure.
Well, I hope so. But they have such an impact on me. I learn something from these students every day, you know, and I go back to my 4-H leader, you know, you can always learn one more thing. Keep learning, keep learning. There's always one more thing to learn. And I learn from these students every day. And my little 5th grader standing out in the middle of Trowbridge judging, and they're up against these high school kids, you know, and here they are writing reasons, you know, and judging, and they can already do.
I've been there, and it's pretty intimidating.
It is intimidating. When I get done with them, they've filled out a Scantron, and they've already been through the reasons line 2 or 3 times, and they've judged and hands-on, and even if they never judge again in their life, all of that stuff is, you know, even just speech class in high school, you know, if you've done reasons 2 or 3 times, you've given a speech. I mean, all of that is going to apply somewhere in life. And that I just want them to be successful people and be, no matter what their chosen career or job is, I want them to be able to gain whatever life has for them in store. I want them to be where they can benefit from all that and be successful to contribute to society.